everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant. I'm back. I'm feeling good. Thank you guys so much for checking on me. Thank you so much for being here with me. Let me turn on this light. I can't even reach the light. I'm too far away from the light. But thank you guys so much for being here. I am the host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Thank you guys so much. I'm still on my quarantine. I should be done with my quarantine on Thursday. I think my baby girl feel better, but thank you guys for checking up on me. I appreciate you guys. So let's talk about something. Let's talk about these boundaries. You know, a narcissist has no respect for other people's boundaries, period. I said this yesterday when I was on Apostle Sadler's Clubhouse. And what I said was what I've heard before, and I reiterate this over and over again. No is a complete statement. No is a complete statement that does not require an explanation. And a narcissist or even toxic people or manipulative people, you have to remember they're going to manipulate your emotions to get you to change your mind about your boundaries. Let's use this as an example. Let's say the narcissist has some children. Let's say you're the grandmother, the aunt, you know, whoever you may be in that person, or best friend. You could be a BFF. And they ask you to babysit. But you know, every time them little churns come to your house, they tear your stuff up. They run around. They don't know. They don't have any home training. Like the Southern folks say, they don't have any home training. But then every time they embarrass you when you go out in public, you know that you stressed every time you babysit. And you just don't want to do it. So they ask you to babysit and you're like, no. And they're like, well, why not? You know, you need to give me an explanation. I don't owe you an explanation. You know your kids ain't got no home training. Some people won't say that because they're in fear of hurting the other person's feeling. So you won't tell them the truth to be honest with them. Sometimes you got to be honest. Your kids ain't got no home training. I'm not going to watch your kids. Your kids are a handful. And then they try to, you know, but I need some help and nobody cares and you're the only one and I just need some help. You know, I'll be having my hands full. You don't had all 10 or 20 of them. You know, so that's your responsibility. You have to put your foot down and you got to train your children. You know, folks ain't going to want to watch your children. You got to be realistic. You got to be real with people sometimes. Hey, if you don't do no home training with your children, if you don't discipline your kids, people are not going to watch your kids. You're going to have a problem in daycare. You're going to have a problem in school. And most of them will turn around and say, come up there and argue at the school. Or they argue with people over the fact that don't talk about little John like that. Don't talk about little May like that. You know, little Peanut. Don't talk about them like that. You know that's why do you think that during the pandemic, a lot of these parents realize my kid is the problem and they apologize to the teachers or they wanted to hurry up for the school to open because they really didn't have the time or the patience with their own kids. Those were their kids. Their kids. But no is a complete sentence. You don't owe an explanation. Let's say, you know, can I drive your car? No. Why not? Because I said so. Well, you ain't give me no explanation. I don't owe you one either. You know, so think about it for just a minute. Some of you guys feel obligated. No, because that's my car and that's the only car that I have and I don't have insurance to cover you. You know, you done wrecked the car before. I don't know your driving record and I just don't feel comfortable with that. You don't have to say all that. If you spent your money to get the car, can I drive your car? No. Well, why not? Because I said so. Well, you ain't giving me no explanation. Don't owe you one either. Some of you guys have to be bold, you know, but boundaries are for you. Boundaries are not for other people. And you know, try it. No. Nah, nope, no. You don't owe anybody an explanation. When you say no, I can see if you're married or you're in a relationship and you say no or something and you feel like, you know, out of courtesy, you know, no, that's not something I want to do because I feel uncomfortable, but this is what's happened in the past. Now, once you've given them an explanation, if they come back and ask you the exact same question, let you know that they have no respect for you. Narcissists have no respect for you because you can tell them no. And you may have been in a situationship with them, whatever, romance, whatever, family members, whatever. And they ask you a question, you're like, no. And they're like, why not? Well, because this and that and this and this. Well, I don't understand. They'll dog you out. They'll try to embarrass you. They try to use your emotions. They manipulate your emotions. Whatever they possibly can do to try to force you to change your mind. Anytime a person, manipulator, remember, anytime a person has to manipulate you, mess with your emotions, get under your emotions, get into your emotions to force you to try to change your mind about something that you just said or change your opinion about something, that means that they are taking their own will and superimposing it over you. That means they're forcing themselves on you. They're forcing their opinions on you. If they say, you know, with a narcissist, if you say the sky is blue and they're like, no, the sky is green, and they'll talk to you for hours. Some of you guys have been sleep deprived where they're trying to force you to change your mind. Put your boundaries up. No means no. Can I come over? No, you may not. You know, you out there in the street running wild. I don't know who you got in contact with. So I don't want you over here coughing and hacking, and then we end up getting sick because you have no respect for yourself. Narcissists already think that they're, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Disease proof. You know, some of them don't believe they can get venereal diseases. Some of them don't believe they can get COVID. And some of them got venereal diseases and COVID, but yet they'll blame everybody but themselves. Boundaries are for you. Anytime a person is trying to manipulate, remember this, anytime a person, when you give them a no, or when you put your foot down on something and they spend majority of the time of their conversation trying to convince you to change your mind, that's a person that has no respect for you whatsoever. Think about when you're with your friends. How does this look? They look good, girl. And you know she look tore up from the floor up, just raggedy. You know one size don't fit all, but you don't make this girl feel like she's $1 million. Oh, she look good. And you just need to tell her, girl, you too big for that outfit. Oh, I can't believe you would say that. You just trying to hurt my feelings. You hating. You know what? I'd much rather hurt your feelings than let somebody else hurt your feelings, because you one size don't fit all. You don't need to wear that ever again. Sometimes you just got to be honest. I ain't trying to hurt your feeling, boo, but you don't need to wear that. You too big to be wearing that. Put on a girdle, you know, keep all the way up to here, you know, so all that jiggle don't jangle. You know, you don't look like somebody that hit you in the back with some quarters, and now you got cottage cheese dents all in your body because somebody done hammered you down. You know, sometimes you just got to be straightforward, and you can be respectful with it. But a narcissist, no matter what you say to them, correct them, tell them, no, that's not what I want to do. The last time, nope, because the last time you did this and that and this, and I told you from that point forward, you know, once they show you who they are, believe them the first time. If you tell them something and they disrespect you, your boundaries are, that's the one and only time you're going to do that. That's not going to ever happen again. I'm sorry. They come back again and ask the question again. You're like, nope, why not? We've already had this conversation. So we're not going to get into this conversation. We've already had this conversation. You know, well, I don't understand. You let me do it before, yup. And you took advantage of that. And so now it's an absolutely no. Parents, listen, little JoJo and them is not that cute. And whatever you teach them while they're little and you don't put up your boundaries, guess what they do when they get out? Guess what they do when they get out there in the street? You know what they're going to do? They're going to embarrass you. They're going to understand that, boundaries, law, rules, they don't apply to me. And a lot of time that comes from the parents. You know, what you teach them now is what you're teaching them for the future. If you don't teach them rules, if you don't teach them limitations and boundaries with yourself, guess what they're going to do? That's exactly what they're going to do. They go out into the world assuming they feel entitled. They feel like, nobody tells me no. It starts at the house. It starts at home. They ain't that cute. We don't want to guilt parent our children. You have to make sure you maintain boundaries, because remember, the narcissist is always going to be the fun parent. They're always going to go above and beyond to let them do whatever and throw money at them and get them toys and get whatever. And you have to tell your kid, every time we go out, I'm not going to buy you something. That ain't going to happen. So at your house, it should be some rules, some boundaries, some chores, some responsibilities, and some accountability. And trust me, as they get older, they may want to be with the fun parent and everything until they get older and realize how valuable you are. Sometimes it takes them to get older to realize your value, parents. But you got to put up boundaries. You put up boundaries with people. No means no. It's a complete statement that does not require an explanation. And that's all I wanted to say today. I want you guys to be encouraged. Listen, if you are seeking counseling, if you are in the state of Washington and you need therapy, you can contact me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com so that I can see if I'm in network with your insurance company. If you are outside the state of Washington and you're looking for a therapist, I cannot provide you with therapy, but you can go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen. They will give you a 10% discount, and they're very nominal fees. I'm just so surprised I say it all the time at how much they don't charge for counseling. A lot of these therapists also know, they understand narcissist abuse. Talk to them and ask them questions, because now it is out there. We are being trained on it. PESI, which is one of the major companies that trains therapists, counselors, marriage and family therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, nurses, whatever, they are now implementing training concerning the narcissist, gaslighting, and so that you can be more efficient in your private practices or in your counseling agencies where you work out, so you will understand. So many of you guys, if you go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, they will give you a 10% discount. If you are struggling with finances, let them know and they will assist you so that you can get a therapist in all of the states States, even in Canada. You can get a therapist in Canada through betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and they will give you a 10% discount. Listen, if you are interested in coaching, contact me. I can coach you. You contact me, Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com, and I will provide you with my fees for services. Some of you guys want to talk to me, but you don't want to pay a fee to talk to me or consult with me. So you email me, and I will provide you with the fees for services. This is a fee for services business. Coaching and therapy. This is what I do. So you guys, Dr. Carmen Bryant at Outlook.com, and I will provide you with fees for services, or I will check and see what insurance company you have, and if I am in network with your insurance company. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want you guys to go and be great. Short little video, just one. I was thinking about you guys, turned around, put this in the clip, and started talking. You guys have a beautiful day, and go be great.